of parts in the last few days, and we have been really busy on the front end of this 48, just trying to get this thing over into bodywork so we can start making it pretty. We have the tanks are now installed with their new brackets. These were some all-star tanks that we got at Summit, and they just happened to work for both, for the degas and for the overflow. They had plenty of fittings on them. I've got a lower fitting on this one to come up to go to the top of the radiator for a overflow for that, and that will drain out here down on the ground if it ever does, you know, get too much fluid or overheat. And that will have the same cap as these two. This one will just be a cap just to seal it up. We're not going to need that for pressure or anything. This cap will have the 13 psi pressure on it, so that when or if it does ever get too hot, it will push that fluid out of here into that tank, and then when it cools, it will refill. Perfect. This is the degas for the cooling system for the Whipple supercharger. This will have a pressured cap on it, and I have 1 3/4 inch fitting coming off the bottom that runs down into our tanks and everything over here. That will feed the pump to run everything through the intercooler in front and then up into the Whipple supercharger to keep that air nice and cool when he gets his foot into that thing, you know. So that is all perfect. There is, I think, 1 hole or 2 holes I have to do in here yet, but I'm going to wait until I start to disassemble and take all of this stuff apart. All of the AC lines have all been terminated, crimped where they need to go, and run into our nice little removable bulkhead plate up here. And that has all of its grommets and everything on it. There's a few loose wires laying around down here, but we know where they all need to go. The O2 sensors, we're gonna have to extend those and run them up underneath the cab, but we know where all that's gonna go, so that won't be an issue when we get to final assembly. We've got our printed cover to keep all of the wiring and all the connectors and everything for the ECU nice and dry when this thing's going down the road. And there is just enough room for that headlight bucket to sit up here. So that is all beautiful. I checked, made sure we got room for the wheels to turn even when they are all the way at full droop. So hopefully when those rims and tires show up, we'll test fit them, everything will still be good. But we do have some leeway as far as tire size when it comes to that. So that could be significant, you know, whether you have a 4-inch sidewall on that tire or 3-inch or 5-inch, that's going to make a huge difference when we get in here. So we do still have some room to play when that's done. Everything else in the engine bay is buttoned up. I also have everything underneath the dash buttoned up. The heater hoses are run through the H-pipe and through their shutoff, and all terminated where they need to be on the box in there. And the power distribution block is also mounted in there underneath the heater box. Nice out of the way, and we were able to keep everything clean and off of this firewall, which is freaking awesome. So the next thing I need to do, and it should be coming off the printer in an hour or so, I have a really cool idea for our intake setup here. And as you've seen, it is really tight in this engine bay, and I don't want to just cheat and put a little cone filter in here to suck all that heat from the engine into this thing. And there's a lot of horsepower here, a lot of technology, a lot of money. We spent a lot of time routing plumbing to keep this thing cool, so it'd be stupid for us to suck hot air into it. So we're going to run a snorkel piece that's going to come up off of here to a plane, and we are actually going to use these nostrils up here to feed our cold air in, and I will show you all of that once we get started. There will be a nice heater box with a standard flat filter like you'd see in one of your newer cars mounted in it, and when you shut the hood, it will seal up to this snorkel, give this thing nice cool fresh air. So I am excited to get that thing rolling. Right now, I'm gonna go check on that print. Alright, I'm standing here in a pile of cardboard scrap. I've got a nice little cardboard template built for the underside of this hood for my ductwork for this cold air intake setup. And then I do have the snorkel printed. It's got the mass sensor in it, all of its outlets and everything for any vacuum lines, anything like that that need to go to it. And then I just need to make one little bracket here to actually mount this to the fan shroud. So the only change I made from my original design is that at first I was going to mount a flat square stock style filter inside this air box here and inside a lid that attaches to this, and then have that actually seal up to a rubber gasket on the top of here. The problem with that is that when the hood's open, you're breathing just straight open air. It's not restricted by the filter or anything like that. Could cause issues with it running with the hood open. If he wants to have it running and showing anyone, or it needs to be open during tuning or anything, that could cause problems. So Andy came up with a good solution. We can get 4 and 5 inch tall cone filters. So we're gonna mount a cone filter on here. So when the hood is open, there'll just be a cone filter basically sitting on a stack here. When the hood is shut, that cone filter will actually go up inside this box so it can feed off the cold air coming from the nostrils. So now that I've got the cardboard set on here, I am going to mount this back onto the truck, close it all the way, make sure I don't have any interference with any of my radiator caps or anything else that we have going on under here. And double check my measurements from the top of this snorkel to where that ductwork is, so I know how to make my little box that's going to actually surround this thing. So let's get this thing mounted on here, and fingers crossed it just lines up and we start making this thing out of sheet metal. Alright, here is my transfer from cardboard to sheet metal. You can kind of see the shape we got going on here. So now I'm just slowly trimming and getting this all fitted right. This area up here where the latch plate is going, I'm just going to have this piece screwed in so we can still remove this front plate and take that out. Everything else, I've got some tabs here that I'm going to bend. I've got some tabs here that I need to do a little fiddling with just to get everything nice and tight across here. This will get spot welded to the hood, spot welded, spot welded, spot welded, and then bolted across the front. The inside of that is bare steel, so I used some black KBS and coated everything that is about to be completely covered. Anything up here, this hinge plate, or the latch plate and all that will be removable and can come off, so I didn't worry about any of that. Just anything that's going to be completely sealed up underneath here in a minute. So I am going to get this piece over here clamped into place, get the tacks put in, and we should be good to go. This is what we ended up with for the inside piece here. Just snaps beautifully right into place like that. made some marks across here, so I'll have some even 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws that goes in here. All of that is good to go. Alright, so this isn't tightened all the way up in place yet, and obviously I don't have my inserts put in for the MAF or any of that stuff, but everything is set and ready where it's got to go, and I've got a really nice cone filter mounted on top here. So when you open up the hood, this is pretty much what you will see as far as the air filter and that goes. But while I was waiting for that to show up, I did get everything body worked, sanded, and sealed under here. You can see where my little vent box is. So all the air coming through them front nostrils will go right into that box and is completely sealed. So then, when the hood is down, the box also kind of goes down at an angle, so if any water gets up in there, it'll run back out the other direction. So what I need to do now is figure out where we are going to cut the hole in that so that I can make my little funnel collector, whatever you want to call it, that will surround this filter when the hood is shut. My plan is take some Dum Dum, I'm going to stick it on the top of this filter lightly, close the hood, hopefully it'll stick to that, and then I'll know where my circle goes. So let's see if that works. So that was a flop. It was nowhere near a circle. I mean, I could kind of see something there and could probably do it, but not accurate enough for what I want. So I measured this, found center of the cone filter. I'm gonna stick a little piece of Dum Dum, make sure that's good and straight before I shut the hood, close the hood, and then hopefully that will stick to my little vent work piece up there. I will have center, then I will draw a circle off of that, close the hood, and see how close to the mark we are. All right, well that worked. Let's draw a circle around that as the center point with the Sharpie, and close the hood with the light under here and see how close we are to that matching the circle on this. Now we can start designing the actual collar that's going to bolt in here. That's what I'm going to call it now, collar. That will actually bolt on here and surround this thing, because this, I believe, will probably go about 3/4 of the way up inside this hole if my measurements are correct. So I'm really just making a nice little curved collar that will completely surround this, so this entire cone filter will be up inside that air box, just getting air fed through here. So we'll start printing. New piece is printed and fitted. Of course, we still want to sand it and paint it or whatever, but beautiful, fits awesome. Went up in here, I trimmed out my opening perfect, and I've got some just 1/8" holes drilled in it right now. Once I get it in and fitted and make sure everything's good, I will open those holes up to 1/4 inch and we'll put some J-clips in there to hold them nice and strong. And then there's a couple of holes up along the back side as well. So I'm going to just grab some number 8s, button heads, and we're gonna pop that thing in place, make sure it lines up when it closes, and it should just be dealing with the last little bit of fitment, get those J-clips in, melt the little inserts in for the mass sensor, make sure we've got everything we need, and that part is done.
Sweet.
That'll do. So not the greatest view ever, but she slides nice and centered right up into that pocket. See if I can see it better from up here. Yeah, that is going to be beautiful. And then maybe I will put a little rubber ring around the bottom of the air filter so that it closes that gap up. But I am pretty sure that with the air blowing in the front of the hood, it's gonna blow it right at that air filter. I don't think we're gonna have to worry about sealing it up any much more than that. But yeah. Done.
Please, please, do not push the button.